Hello YouTubers. Well, I'm back at the old 357 Husqvarna project saw here once again. And this video I'm gonna show you what I did here off camera a little while ago. Went ahead and decided that I did trim the back skirt of the piston and the front skirt as well to balance it out. So like I say, I had marked it. Doesn't show here anymore because there's just a faint line here of the pencil left. I went ahead and beveled the edges of the piston, take the sharp edge off after I ran over the piston with my rotary Dremel type tool. So I guess I took roughly about 40% of the leeway. I could have went 50%, a little bit more, but decided to play it on the safe side and left just a tiny bit more on there, and but I did cut the bottom of the skirt of the piston. No, I didn't. I took the piston off and I reinstalled it. Now I got the ring back on it here, ready to drop the cylinder on here. Again, a little rotary tool with a sanding disc drum, and just worked it back and forth, and I leveled up the other side there. Evened it up, so to speak, so that I don't have an overly heavy piston on one side or the other to cause a weird vibration or to throw it off balance. Getting everything, like I say, on both sides beveled out, and cut a little bit off the bottom of the piston on both sides. And I mean, I didn't do it on camera. I guess I should have, because there's some of you out there probably say I'm full of beans and didn't do anything, but I can assure you I did. And it'll add a little extra opening on the port there when you on the upstroke there, to get a little extra charge on the into the crankcase. Now, as far as what I did to the cylinder, well, you can see, maybe notice here on the transfers, I pretty much enlarged this one here a little bit more than I was planning to. I just decided to kind of there again go for it and hog this out a little bit more here. The main charge port here of your lower transfer, they're already angled, kind of come up further, and went ahead and tapered the other side a little bit, and basically took that blunt square edge and made it a sharp point, so that we'll get a nice flow going in there, and hopefully pick up a little bit of velocity and help well, improve flow. That's what it's about, to get better flow in your charge circuits. As far as the exhaust port, I went ahead and polished it out and got rid of all the carbon in here. It wasn't horrible, but it's again the old crusty thin layer of carbon that was baked into the cylinder itself, basically into the exhaust port. And I noticed this port had both top and bottom of the port casting overflash in it. A lot of rough surface, so good to catch a lot of carbon. So anyways, I went ahead and polished it out. Oh, it's not mirror finished, but it's nice and smooth like glass now. So that's the main thing. It's get the exhaust gases away a little quicker, and hopefully improve it. Some people would disagree, but well, anyways, I think polishing out your exhaust port is important, or at least it is to me. Everybody has their own take on that, but anyways, gonna continue on here, and I'll gonna get my base of the cylinder cleaned up here with some brake clean, and also the crankcase base there. Get rid of any oily residue if there is any, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use some, like I say, some two-stroke sealer. I have Moto Seal, that's what I'm going to be using here, and then go ahead and drop the cylinder on and torque it down, and well, anyways, gonna get on with it. So, well, here we go. One cylinder reinstalled on this saw, and going back together. Now, I made a boo-boo here. I went and got excited here, getting along here, putting everything back together, and I made the classic mistake of I forgot to pre-install my intake track here on these. On these bugger of a saws, you have to have your intake boot and this whole apparatus here pre-installed on your cylinder before you drop it down, because if you drop the cylinder down and bolt it down onto your casing, there's no way you're going to get this what they call a partition wall with your intake boot installed back into the saw. They've got a casted or molded in part of white metal here in part of the cases, and there's like a flange here, like a U-shaped flange that goes underneath, and this this partition wall has to go just in front of that white metal flange here, and I think that's to sort of push or hold the whole assembly onto the cylinder base. Like I say, I went ahead and modified that plastic original snap clamp by taking just my little rotary tool there with a zip disc. I cut off those tabs, and I put a sanding disc or a grinding stone back onto my rotary tool there, and I took and ground off those little bumps and ribs they have sort of on the outside of that plastic outer partition wall, the old style. Like I say, I went ahead and, I don't know if you can see here, I installed a clamp from a 390 XP. I have the part number here. Part number is 5887755-02. And now that's the clamp you can use on all of these saws, from the 346, the 350s, the whole gamut of them, all the way up to the 357, 359s. They all use the same intake boot, and they all use the same. You can use that clamp here to retrofit. They sell the updated partition wall with the metal snap clamp, but you can just get the screw type clamp, was what I got here. And like I say, that's the ones that they use on the 390 XPs. Works perfect, fits just nice on these intakes. Slips over your outside of this unit, as you can see, hopefully. And it's got the little screw clamp right there, and like I say, made the classic mistake, like I said, of installing the cylinder, and I had to take and unbolt it and lift it back up, and unfortunately redo my sealer and all of that. So in the meantime, I reinstalled the gas tank and got this back together. But I think that's far enough for this video. I'm getting tired, and time to leave this for another day, and I will come back to this, and we'll make a new video on that, and continue the reassembly process and getting the carburetor and everything else back on here, and get all the recoil assembly back on there along with the air shield and all that. So anyways, just like to say thanks everybody for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and it means a lot to me. And if you feel like it, go ahead and pop by in the comments section. I always enjoy interacting with you folks. So anyways, once again, thanks everybody, and we'll see you all on the next one.